Hey! So, how are all of you? Anyways, so with your base color, you're then going to get a color that's slightly darker. And I made a tutorial on how to pick colors, okay? Okay, I did do that on another channel. On my gotcha channel, so check that out. Then we're just going to put a big blop on the nose, around the cheeks, under the eyebrows, connecting to the top of the eye, and at the bottom lip. Then we are going to just smudge the ends of all the blobs. Do not smudge the middle of the blobs, please, because if you smudge the middle of the blobs, then it's just gonna look like it was airbrushed on, which is not the goal, because I found something that made me very happy. Hard shadows and soft shadows together look very hot, so do that. It looks very pretty, it looks very cute, it looks gorgeous. I just can't get over the fact that I drew this. Like, this is pretty. I'm so good. I'm good at this. Anyway, so I'm just like lightly doing the lips because I want the lips to look nice and soft. But please do not like overdo it. I don't want you to overdo the lips and then make it look like it's just like smudged out completely. We're only doing like smudging the ends of the lips, please. Anyways, I was eating bananas in the front of the truck with sugar. Fried bananas with sugar. If you're not from the Philippines, then I don't know what you think of me. But I guarantee you it tastes very nice. So then my little brother, he came here, and then I like paused what I was doing. I looked over at him and he was sad that I didn't give him any. So anyway, we're just coloring into the ear. That is not how you draw an ear. Please do not reference off of my ears. It's gross. My ear is gross looking. Anyways, then we're just creating a big shadow at the neck area. Keep in mind, I am using a reference for all of this, so I know where to put dem shadows. So if you don't know what the hell you're doing, then I recommend you go get yourself a reference, because the shadows will change depending on your lighting. So you might not always make a shadow that like absolutely huge. Anyways. Mind if I like complain in between all this? I just really like complaining. So, anyways, we're just like smudging out the lips a little more. Make it nice, plump, luscious, beautiful. Anyways, I just hit my leg. That hurt. That hurt a lot, actually. Now we're getting even darker color, but I keep making sure that it's nice and saturated. Putting it at the end of the eyes. And then just smudging the top area. Do not smudge the bottom part because we want there to be hard shadows. Okay, and then like in the darker parts of the ear, which by the way, that's not how you draw an ear. Do not draw an ear like that. It's bad. Don't draw an ear like that. Look at references, because I wasn't looking at a reference for the ear. Since the reference I was looking at covered the ear, so my stomach's making weird sounds. I pray that you guys don't hear it. Then you know what? Shading, man. Shading. I say this in every single tutorial I've ever made in my entire life. It's all about layering, okay? It's about layering. So we're going darker and darker, but we keep making sure that everything's pigmented. So at the bottom of the eyes, we're using that nice pinkish dark color at the bottom of the eyes. It really helps bring it out a lot. Sure, it might look like they've been crying, but like, it's good. It's a good look for them. And now I'm just coloring at the neck, just a little more to try to define some more of the shadows and also to add more values so that the drawing pops out a little more. I should make a whole tutorial on values because like I talk about it. I don't even know if you guys can understand me. Do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about values? Do you know? If you don't, tell me and I'll make a tutorial. If you do, then congrats. But if you don't be afraid, okay? I'm not gonna make fun of you. It's totally fine if you don't know. I'm here to teach you. Free. Yeah, I'm doing this all for free. Anyways, I try to keep a lot of the shadows kind of soft and light looking, which is why I keep smudging it. This is just a normal smudge tool, okay? And please don't ask me to do this for Ibis Paint because I am literally using exactly what I would for Ibis Paint. I am just using very basic brushes. If I put an Ibis Paint overlay on top of it, you guys wouldn't notice the difference. The process is the same, and if you ask what brush I'm using, I'm just using a basic brush. Okay, just a basic hard brush, okay? There's nothing special about it. It could be dip pen hard in Ivy's paint, and here it's some random brush that I made, but it's not special, okay? It's very typical, as you could see. Then I'm just kind of going over that ball with the nose just a little bit, very lightly, because I want to stick out a little more, because I wanted to draw a nose in this one, which you guys should applaud me for. I don't draw noses very often. My stomach's growling. I'm kind of hungry. By the way, guys, I only know how to cook like probably a few handfuls of things. Like, I know the basics of cooking and stuff like that. Like, I can cook, but like I feel like I don't know how to cook a lot of things. Like, you know, a lot of like yummy treat stuff. So can you like drop down what some of your favorite foods are in the comments? Because I want to learn how to cook something else, and I don't really have an idea of what I should cook because I don't eat like a variety of things. So anyway, we're just selecting the layer and then creating a new layer that's on multiply. We are then getting a yellow and an airbrush. We're then tapping it onto the top. We're going to be very, very, very light with this. And then we are going to get like a pinkish red. And we're going to put it onto the middle, specifically by the cheeks. Okay, very lightly, please be very, very light with it, and then putting it at the top of the ear and at the bottom of the neck. Then we're getting a blue, and we're putting it at the chin and like the bottom of the head. Very light with this, please. Please be very, very light with this. It's like one gentle tap is all it takes. Okay. And then like maybe a little blue under the eyes if you want, but I say no. So then we lower the opacity, and look at that. It kind of just gives a little more gradient. Anyways, so that is basically how I did all the color. But now I just colored everything else in, including like the eyes and stuff, but that's how I did the skin. So now I'm getting a very desaturated color, and then I'm getting an airbrush. This is all on an overlay layer, please. So I'm just like going over things and kind of making the shadows just like a little more blue. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of it, actually. I also do the same thing to like the shirt and other parts of the body. But yeah, that's pretty much how I just shade skin. It's very, very easy. And you know what? If you found it hard for you, it's okay. It's okay, you don't really get everything right in the first try. Anyways, I've literally been talking like all day because I record like 10 videos. So now my throat feels like a corpse husband impersonator on TikTok, bruh. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Anyway.